Hi, welcome back. Um, Today's session we are going to learn about what is meant by constructor. In the last class we have seen about what is the variable in Java and what are the types of variables available in Java. And when we seen in the last class, you can see that we have seen about local variables. We have seen about class variables and instance variables. And if you are not initialize the variable, default value will be written. So if you initialize with the hard-coded value, it will be returning the hard-coded value. And local variable, you have to initialize it. You cannot, if you didn't initialize the local variable, there won't be any default value will be written. Now today's concept is very very important that we are going to learn about constructor. So what is mean by constructor? So what is the purpose of constructor? What it is doing in Java? What's the purpose of it? That's what you are going to learn today class. And constructor is nothing but a block of code, a piece of code, right, that is used to initialize an object of the class, right? So that means it is used to is mainly this main purpose of the constructor is used to initialize it. So initialize the object of the class. So we can say that constructor is used to initialize the object of the class. There are some rules about the constructor, and whenever constructor should have same name of the class, right? And constructor, the second rule is constructor will not return any value. That is very very important. It will not return any value. And constructor cannot be static, right? Cannot be static. Final. And so whenever, so these rules you have to remember. So constructor should have the same name as a class name, and constructor cannot be static, final, or even it cannot be abstract, right? So that you have to remember. And it doesn't have any return type, return any value, saving the same name as a class name. So constructor is used to initialize the object of the class. So when the constructor will be called, that is very very important. When constructor will be called, so constructor will be called whenever an object have been created. Whenever object have been created, constructor will be called automatically, and the memory will be allocated to the object. So this is what the constructor is all about. Let's see an example. How what is the purpose of constructor? I am creating a class file, say constructor concepts or constructor concepts, something like that, right? And there are two types of constructor. One is default or non-parameterized constructor, or you can say as zero or non-parameterized constructor, right? And one more, the other type is parameterized constructor. So we are going to see the types as well. What is the purpose? Let me, okay, I have created a class file called constructor concepts. Now I am going to, as I told before, constructor will have the same name of the class, right? So constructor, I am going to create a constructor, creating the constructor. So constructor should have the same name as a class name. So this is a zero parameters constructor. That means it doesn't have any parameter, right? It doesn't have any parameters I'm passing over here. So just I'm going to print that this is zero parameter constructor. And yep, so the constructor, I am just passed some something I'm printing as a zero parameter constructor, right? Now let me create a public static void main, and yep. So I am going to call this zero parameters constructor. I mentioned before, constructor will be called when the constructor will be called whenever an object has been created. Automatically the constructor will be called. So I'm going to create an object. So how to create an object? We know the basic syntax. Now to create an object, you have to give class name, then user define object name equal to new of class name, right? Now see, I told that the constructor will be called whenever object has been created. Now the object has been created. You can see that this is a zero parameters constructor. Automatically the zero parameters constructor will be called over here. Now if you run this constructor, whatever there inside the constructor, it will be called automatically. Let us run this program. You can see that it has printed this is zero parameter constructor. From this we understood that the constructor have been called whenever you are creating an object. That means the memory of the object have been allocated, the constructor have been called. So whatever the system.out.println and whatever it have printed inside the constructor, it has been printed over here. So this is the constructing the zero parameter constructor, right? So let us parameterize it. So how to parameterize it? So that is the parameters constructor. That is the next type of constructor called parameterizing constructor. So let us see this. So let me create a variable. So int I'm saying as variable one, something like that, and string variable two. I'm going to create two variables. I have not initialized this variable. So if you are not initialize this variable, whenever you are accessing that instance variable, the default value will be written. That is what we have seen in the previous class. Now either I have to hard code it, all right, as we seen before this as well. Either I have to hard code it, then whatever the values you have hard coded, it will get printed over here. So let me see here. I am going to print this instance variable. I am saying as where I see object one dot variable one, sorry, object dot variable one, and system dot out dot println object dot variable two. So these are the two things I'm going to print now. Now if I run this program, you can see that uh, the value 10 and test have been printed over here. That means the whatever the value I have hard coded, it has been printed over here. Why these three values? This is zero parameters constructor, because the zero parameters constructor has been, the value um, will be get printed because the constructor will be called whenever the object has been created. That is what we are getting three results. This is zero parameters constructor, as well as whatever the variable one and two will be getting printed. So let us see. I'm if I don't want to initialize in the variable itself, then we can use a constructor to print that. So what I'm going to do is, instead of defining over here, even I can define over here. So still this is a zero parameters constructor. So what I'm going to do is, I am going to refer it. So variable one, I can refer here, variable one equal to 10 and variable two equal to test, right? This is one way of referring, and still you will get the same result, right? If you run this, you can see that 10 and test will be getting printed over here, right? This is one way of referring. You can directly call this instance variable and you can assign the values. The other way is a more appropriate way is just use this keyword. This keyword is to reference the instance variable. So this dot variable one equal to 10 and same this dot variable two equal to test. So that is another variable, the same result. It will fetch the same result. You run this. Yep, the same result, right? That is what this keyword will be doing. So this keyword is used to refer the instance variable, that is a class variables, and you can assign the variable. See here, so instead of hard coding in the variable, I am just use the constructor to initialize it. That means the object of the object been initialized now. So what are the variables you are passing? Just it is getting printed over here, right? This is still is a zero parameter constructor. Now let us make it as a parameter constructor. So how can I do that? So I have to pass some parameters. Let me pass this variable. I am passing it as the same variables, right? String variable 2. I am passing over here. So instead of hard coding, what I'm going to do is I am going to say that this dot variable 1, this dot whatever the instance variable equal to whatever the parameters I'm passing in the constructor are same. I'm going to say it as variable 1, and this dot this variable 2 is equal to this one. So I'm going to say it as this two. So whatever this is instance variable and this in variable, I mean the constructor parameters variable, both are same. That is what I'm saying over here. Now so see here automatically the error is thrown because now we have made it from zero constructor to parameters constructor. That is what we have did. So automatically whenever you are creating an object, it is throwing an error because here we have seen that integer and string parameters have been passed. Here there is nothing, parameters have been passed. That's what it's throwing error. You can see here constructor int string in constructor cannot in concepts cannot be applied. That means you have to make it as some value, right? You have to pass with the parameters. So integer variable ones, that means some integer, let us pass here. So 10, I'm passing some integer, and some string I'm going to pass. Let us make it as test or something, whatever you want to pass. Now I have passed over here, and now if you want I can print here as well. I can say as variable 1 and system.out.println, and I'm saying as variable 2. If I run this, automatically 10 and test will be printing over here, right? So whatever the values you are passing, it will print. Say let us make it as 40, and this is a some test, some say test 100, something like that. If I run this, 40 and test 100 will be passed, will be printing over here. Yep, you can see that 40 and test 100 have been printed over here. So that is what the purpose of constructor, right? So we have understood that the constructor is used to initialize an object, and it will be called whenever a new object has been created, and the rules is constructor name should have the same name as a class name, and the constructor cannot return any value. It will not return any value, and moreover constructor cannot be static or cannot be final. It will throw error. So there are two types of constructors. One is zero constructor, that means no parameters will be passed, and the parameters constructor, some parameters value will be passing. And this is this keyword we have learned, that also new. So this keyword is used to refer the instance variable. So if I'm the instance variable is something, say for example I'm making it as variable 10 and variable 20, right? So you have to refer it as, see, that's what the error is throwing. So you have to refer it as this dot variable 10 and this dot variable 20. So this dot variable 10 and this variable 1 are same. That is what this keyword is saying. This dot variable 10 equal to variable 1, this dot variable 20 equal to variable 20. Then I am printing over this, and you can see that that results will be getting fetched over here. So that is the purpose of constructor, and we will be seeing um, the more concepts like overloading on method and overloading and constructor in the next session. Thanks for joining. Have a great night. Thank you.